This morning, a new announcement about where coronavirus data will now be sent. The Department of Health and Human Services saying the information will go to a central database in Washington starting today, bypassing the Centers for Disease Control. The administration saying the new system would be faster than going directly to the CDC. But some health experts are concerned the information could be politicized or even withheld from the public. On Tuesday, 4 former CDC directors released an op-ed in the Washington Post entitled, "We ran the CDC. No president has ever politicized its science the way Trump has." It comes as the president is sparking a new controversy in an interview with CBS News, calling the killing of George Floyd terrible, giving this response when pressed on the broader issue of deadly force by police.
Why are African Americans still dying at the hands of law enforcement in this country?
And so are white people. So are white people. What a terrible question to ask. So are white people. More white people, by the way. More white people.
And weighing in on the issue of displaying the Confederate flag.
People love it, and I know people that like the Confederate flag, and they're not thinking about slavery. Whether it's Confederate flags or Black Lives Matter or anything else you want to talk about, it's freedom of speech.
President Trump largely sidelined from the campaign rallies by the pandemic, then taking the 2020 fight to the White House Rose Garden.
It's probably never been a time when candidates are so different.
The event that was initially billed as a press conference started with an announcement on China and quickly shifted gears to a freewheeling, unscripted campaign-style attack on Joe Biden.
So Biden was here for 47 years. 8 years, the last 8 years, not long ago, as vice president. He didn't do any of the things, but now he says he's going to be president. As president, he's going to do all the things that he didn't do.
The Rose Garden event was announced just before Biden took the stage in Delaware, unveiling a clean energy plan and slamming the president's handling of the pandemic.
It's gotten bad enough that even Donald Trump finally decided to wear a mask in public. Quit pushing the false choice between protecting our health and protecting our economy.
Now, the president's comments in the Rose Garden and about police deaths aimed at energizing his base. We do want to give you one fact check on his assertion that more whites are killed by police. While statistics show that more white Americans are killed by police overall because they make up more of the population, people of color are killed at higher rates. Savannah.
Kristen, one other topic, and we talked about this yesterday, this campaign of sorts against Dr. Fauci, who's the head of the NIH, the White House saying they weren't sending out or weren't trying to disparage him. And then now there's an op-ed from a top White House advisor. Can you explain what this is all about?
Absolutely. Officially, you're right. The White House says they're not trying to undercut Dr. Anthony Fauci, but it does come days after Trump administration officials have privately been undercutting the top doctor on the coronavirus task force. And then this escalation overnight. Trade advisor Peter Navarro wrote this op-ed saying, "Anthony Fauci has been wrong about everything I have interacted with him on." So some strong language there, Savannah. Fauci has long been at odds with Trump officials because he's often offered more blunt assessments and more dire warnings about COVID-19. Now, on Tuesday, before this Navarro op-ed came out, Fauci was asked about the criticism of him, and he responded, quote, "I believe for the most part you can trust respected medical authorities. I believe I'm one of them, so I think you can trust me." Savannah.
All right, Kristen Welker, thank you very much.